सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु. May there be happiness for all. You are reminding to whom? Your mind. What? Is there any unauthorized occupant? Get out. Get out. Why to get out? Authorized occupant is the key, is happiness inside. Can you simply, casually, normally, during the day, can you make it possible? Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. That is our topic, Shanti. Shanti or Sama. Do you experience that? Are you aware of the peace within you? Or mind says that, oh, I will be in peace after the session. After the session, many unauthorized occupants are already present. Disturbances. It may be a desire, anger, greed, attachment, pride, jealousy, or what happened yesterday or today during the day. You see that when you say it, may there be peace for all, you are also included, but we don't include ourselves. Let there be peace for everyone. That creates a lot of problems. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. May there be completeness for all. You are telling the mind you have only one authorized occupant. That is the real self of the nature of peace, happiness, love, truth, and wisdom. And they are permanent, hence they are permanent, it means they are the whole. I am simply saying, my friends, can you remind every day? Why every day only once? During the day also. To let Mangalacharan Mantra remind you of the authorized and unauthorized occupant. Do you understand that how I build up the topic and take you there? Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. May there be auspiciousness for all. So it means you are meeting every event, people, relations in auspiciousness. And in that state of the auspiciousness, there is peace, happiness, and the wholeness. When you move your mind with that intention and aspiration every day, during the day, before, during, and after meeting anyone in the world, then what is the state? Open your eyes. That is what we are discussing. Core concept of Sama. Now you see that. And I already discussed that why we interact with one another, so that when you are speaking, everyone is manifesting that peace and happiness, and you are receiving. Oh, this is a new expression. Let me grab it. Let me understand it. Otherwise, what happens? The unauthorized occupant says, that guy seems to be crazy. He doesn't understand. You have all those thoughts previously. Now, if it is not there, you are moving ahead. You are becoming your own teacher. So the core concept of the Sama, perhaps this is the last session on the Sama, we will move to the Dhamma. Second treasure. Just think, unauthorized occupant in the morning in the form of anxiety, duality, conflict, blame, and complaint, and you say, may there be peace for all. So you are not creating some kind of an imagination or hallucination. We already understood that the peace is our essential nature. Am I right? Or I am right? Core concept of the Sama, active peace. So when we have that state of the peace, what happens? It leads to a kind of a spiritual independence. Spiritual independence. So what is the subject of the Sama? The mastery of the mind, and pave the path to awakening. Think. You are contemplating, reflecting with me. So why the mind mastery? Mind is 100% available to me. How it is developed, we have been talking about it. Mind mastery, clarity and focused attention. What the seeker has to do, engage actively in the self-study. And you can take up this issue that evicting, you should pass on the eviction notice to the unauthorized occupants of the mind. Just think of this. Just think of this. You wake up in the morning. Right. Now there is no impact on your mind of the situation, people, relationship, past memory in your mind. What is the state of the mind? Don't you recognize the peace is my essential nature? Tell me. So simple. But the problem is we don't believe it. We believe our anxiety reaction, what you did to me, and I have to react. I already allowed the unauthorized occupant in the mind. Finished. Job is done. What is that? That is ignorance. So we are talking the core concept of the Sama, and core concept. It is one of the 6 treasures we discussed, and we discussed mind has to be 100% available, and when it is mind is 100% available means there is no unauthorized occupant taking over. It is a matter of self-awareness, nothing more, nothing less. Argue it, put a reason, it is not true. When you put it, it is not true, obviously you can. So the first principle, first concept, core concept of the Sama you have understood. Second point in the Sama, that when you continue to live your life with the discernment and dispassion, Sama will be there. You need not even to think of it. Discernment, real and unreal, false and temporary and permanent. He or she created a problem in my life. Just before that, there was no problem. So that person entered into my mind as an unauthorized occupant. Why it is unauthorized? Because that person entered into my mind because I am either attached or detached. I'm that. So that person has entered. Question is, do you allow the entry? You allow the entry, you are suffering. whether it's your mom or dad or anyone, any situation, any relation, you don't allow. Core concept is done. Second point is that discernment and dispassion will naturally awaken to all the six treasures and will lead to have an intense desire. Where is intense desire for liberation and awakening? Unless that intensity is there in the mind, we cannot reach to the highest level. Third point. Third point, continue daily thinking, speaking, and acting with discernment and dispassion to awaken to the six treasures naturally. First point I said, discernment and dispassion. So you have to remind yourself, recall, to pave the way to the six treasures. And the third point is, you apply the discernment and dispassion in your daily living. Our goal is very high at this stage. We all are seekers. Third point, then I have to apply. That is why I made it a little distinction. So I have understood this is discernment and dispassion. I am in the summer. Let me apply it. So, hey, how are you, honey? Honey says, you are crazy. Don't talk to me. Thinking, speaking, and acting with discernment and dispassion. Did you get it? Third one. Any situation, any outside. I just gave an example of the it is, it may be any situation. Yeah, you are walking to the bathroom or restroom and you fell down and you hurt your knees. What the heck, I have to attend the urgent meeting now, I cannot go. You are into anxiety. Thinking, speaking, and acting with discernment and dispassion. Why? Because you did not intentionally fell down and hurt. You did not do it with an intention to feel the pain. Third point is done. Fourth point. I'll just remind it briefly in the future sessions. The fourth point of the summa, etymology. Etymology, to be in peace, to subdue, to get rid of the unauthorized occupants. You can define that summa in that way. Think. I fell down, it's okay, and I'm feeling the pain in the body is there. I have to attend the meeting. Yes, let me apply the discernment and dispassion. I don't allow the mind to hide the authorized occupant. Can I say like this? Think. So we decide etymology, we defined it, and now that summa has been explained in our text by different masters differently. One master says that I have covered it. In the Upanishads, in the Gita, that is our calm the storm within. You have to look within yourself. You have not to see that, there is a storm outside in your relationship. The storm is within you. You are getting impacted. You have to ask yourself, why mind? Why you are doing it? By calming this internal storm, you can prevent the mind from being stormy, choppy, and muddy. And you are unable to reflect clearly. It can happen anytime, anywhere, in any condition, in any location. Tell me if it is not. Sixth point. Sama is active peace and Shanti is passive. Passive. I'm tired, let me relax, and you fall into sleep. You missed Definitely in deep sleep you will experience the peace, but you missed the transformation. That is the most important point. In sleep, there is no transformation. You fought with me before sleep, and after the sleep, you will remind yourself that I fought with this guy. The sleep does not bring the transformation, but it does not mean the deep sleep doesn't take you to the peace. Yes, it takes you, but unconsciously. So, active peace means that I have to act on it. So, it means what? When you are tired, returning from the job, active sama is required. We normally opt for shanti. Reflecting on the essence of the sama is the seventh point in the. So I just picked up the 7 points of the sama. There are another 7 points because that same sama can take you to the state of awakening. I asked my master that what awakening looks like. So he asked me that, do you know what is sama? I said, yes, it is peace. So the peace 24/7 in any location, with anyone, with everyone, at all the time, in any situation, it is not impacted. So you are already living into the highest state of awareness and the consciousness, and that is what the awakening is. I'm not taking there unless we pick up all the 6 treasures. So when you reflect what is the essence of the sama or the shanti? What is the essence? We are the seekers of peace and happiness. You wake up in the morning, you don't seek, Lord, let me have a little bit of stress and anxiety as a spices, and so that I can live my life fully. And then we become a philosopher. Or we become a great philosopher. Who doesn't have a stress in the life? Except you, everyone. We changed. We are living in a distorted perception. You are living with unauthorized occupants. Who doesn't have a stress in the life? And we are consoling ourselves. Everyone has a stress, so if I have a stress, doesn't matter. No, it matters most. It matters most. Do you see the process of thinking of our masters? Don't think that I'm teaching anything. It is my master is manifesting through you, who puts his fingers into my mouth, so I'm just throwing it out. What is the 7th point? Are we not the seekers of peace and happiness? It should be the first one. We are the seekers of peace and happiness, and then follow the 6th step. And you see what happens. You start with the Mangalacharan, and then the core concept of the Sama I picked up. It brings a sense of spiritual independence. Not as the physical independence, mental independence. No, there is something deeper than that. Why it is a spiritual independence? I'm not getting impacted by the situation outside, by relation outside, by the pain in the body inside, by the discomfort in the body. Once I give you the story, real life stories of great masters, you'll be surprised. In spite of an extreme pain and discomfort in the body, they said, yes, I am still in peace. Why? The peace is independent of the body and the mind. It is an authorized occupant. Occupant means, obviously, mind is different than this peace. Core concept then we discussed. Discernment and dispassion has to be followed without fail, every day, in every situation, at all time. It's a matter of self-awareness. Third, you have to apply this by thinking, speaking, and acting in your life. Then we understand. Remind yourself, etymology, to subdue, to just, mind. Mind, yes. Then we have understood from the other text the stormy mind, and then active in the passive, and reflect on the essence of the Sama. What is the essence? We are seekers of peace and happiness. Ask why. We have to ask why we are seekers of peace and happiness. Why I am not a seeker of anxiety, reaction, and duality, even though they enter into my life as an unwanted guest. I am a seeker of peace and happiness because it is my essential nature. It has to be my intrinsic nature. It has to be my inherent nature. If it is not, how can I seek? You have an argument with your honey, argument with a stranger. You are in a difficult situation at a particular time, in a particular age. We all are seekers of peace and happiness. Find out. Find out. In any situation, in anything. Are you able to convince your ignorant mind? No, I have lot of questions. So, okay, ask the mind. Do you want peace in the morning, not in the afternoon? It is our essential nature, not in the evening. No, it is my essential nature. Do you remember? Thank God it is Friday. So we invite the stress or peace through the outer situation. Thanks Monday it is lot of stress. Thanks God I will be in stress. My mom is coming to my house. Why don't I adore? Mom, you gave the birth to me. Now you see the authorized occupant. At least one thing is sure. Physical birth is given to me by my parents. Whatever the case may be, I will. You see that your mind, core concept of the Sama, your mind is thinking, speaking, and acting out of the essence, out of the intrinsic nature, not incidental nature. Can it not lead to the transformation of life? Let us open to discussion now. Those who are behind the curtain, they can open it. Only to Brandy and Ashok. Ashok, camera is not working. It's okay? Yes, who will take the lead? Namaste, sir. We are meeting just now. Yes. Who is taking the lead?
I have a question. I guess, in my work, sometimes I work with clients that I would describe, or they would describe, maybe a stormy home environment, right? Where maybe there's a partner is controlling, or even they might say emotionally abusive. And how would we apply Eastern wisdom?
Pick up these 7 steps of the Sama. Which step first you will pick up? I am repeating. Core concept of the Sama. You just start talking. Oh. Are you a seeker of peace or are you a seeker of stress? Do you want peace in the morning, not in the afternoon? Do you want peace in front of your partner, or do you want to be in stress? Do you have a choice? Go ahead. Go on asking these questions and explain each concept. What your client will answer you. Do you want peace in the morning, not in the afternoon? No, I want peace in the afternoon also. Okay. Then bring her or him back. Do you want peace with me? Yes. I'm a human being? Yes. Your honey is also a human being? Yes. Even though he or she is stormy? Yes. Is it possible to not to have an impact on your mind when you face him or her? Even he or she doesn't believe, he has to say yes and then take him there. We have to contemplate in this life. Yes, Brandy, you want to say something?
I will, thank you. So my understanding is that the Shanti is the peace that we always have, and the Sama is the work that we have to do sometimes to get to the Shanti, particularly when things are chaotic outside of us or undesirable or whatever is going on. And sometimes, you have to ask what you just shared with Christina, you have to ask yourself, like, what do you want here? And I've been doing that, and for me, it's been kind of remarkable. My ability to problem solve has really improved. Like I'm faster at it. Like, okay, this thing is happening. What needs to happen? And before, when I would get tripped up on the problem, I'm like, here's another thing. Do it. Keep moving. And it seems to be a lot more helpful when I'm coming from that place of peace.
Beautifully said. You started talking about the benefits of living into that state of the peace. And from there, another conclusion you can draw that you cannot change the world. You can pass on the eviction notice to unauthorized occupants in your mind. Christina, that's another way to explain. You cannot change the world. Can I remain like sweet 16? I'm just 66. Not possible. Not possible. So can I change my perception? Yes, I can change. By changing the perception, can it leads to some changes in my life? Brandy has already explained. It helps me to solve my problem. I can see the problems in right perspective and I can find the solution. It is the only benefit of only one of the six treasures. But if we live with all the six treasures, what happens? Yes, Dennis, you want to say?
Yes, the way I understood Sama, I think it is the state of uniform self-awareness when I do not associate myself with anything but the real self, who is the only authorized occupant of the mind. And in this state, when the thought comes, then the information pertaining to the thought becomes known and the thought goes. And in this process, I do not become the thought. I'm not getting carried away by the thought. I'm not reacting to the thought. But instead, I'm in continuous awareness of my real nature and the fact that these thoughts carry nothing but unauthorized occupants. And if I maintain the space and awareness, the space between myself and the thoughts, then I am in Sama.
Beautifully said. You see both what Brandy said and what you all before, including the Krishna. Uniform self-awareness is a very specific. Uniform self-awareness points out that there is one unitary consciousness which is all pervading. can it lead to awakening? We have to contemplate and reflect. Yes, Stephen, you want to say?
Thank you. Listening to the talk today has made me start thinking about the intrinsic aspect of peace, happiness, truth, wisdom, six treasures, and putting the focus on the discernment and dispassion and all the tools that we have to focus on all the, as you called it, the noise and the craziness that we don't want. And if we're able to do that, and the faster we're able to do that, then the intrinsic aspects of the peace, happiness will automatically come forward. It's not something that we have to put the focus on. We put the focus on what we have to negate, and then that just happens naturally. And that's now what I'm contemplating and reflecting on.
You see, it is one of the most important point to keep in the mind, or I would say, we have to return the mind to this point that the peace is my essential nature. I have not to create or produce the peace. I have to negate the unauthorized occupant, if I summarize this. I have not to be impacted by the world outside. I have to live into that uniform self-awareness. These six treasures are with me. They are already there. Think. But we think I have a lot of stress today, and why honey is causing me this stress. You see, these thoughts must go away, Christina, in your client's mind. But as long as these thoughts are there, they are unauthorized occupant. Then you cannot. But do you still remember that you have to give me some percentage to get out of it? Yes. Anyhow, so Samir.
Sir, before I used to think that anxiety is my natural state, and I do meditation, I go into peace, and peace comes from somewhere, and then I will return to anxiety because my natural state is anxiety. I live in anxiety, I am in anxiety, and I am whatever I am doing in anxiety. So you will teach me meditation, I will meditate, and then I will return to anxiety. Now, one thing has totally changed, that this peace is peace is my natural state, and now I return to peace, and I go into anxiety. My mind makes effort, it goes into anxiety, and when there is effortlessness, then I am in peace. When mind is not doing any kind of effort or mischievous thing, then there is peace. Means it is the thing which has changed, that I used to think that mind is made up of anxiety. Now I think that my natural state is peace, and I live into peace, and it depends on me whether I want to stay in peace or I want to go in anxiety.
Beautiful.
If I will make unnecessary efforts and play with my mind unnecessarily, then I will go in anxiety.
Yes.
And if I don't do anything, stay apart, stay aside, then I am in peace.
Christina, there is another point. You have to make the client understand. What is understanding is the knowledge. What is Eastern wisdom? Eastern wisdom is an instrument of knowledge to find your real self. So if the knowledge is not there, only practice is there. It may be a practice of 3 hours of meditation. It is not going to work. It's a beautiful point we have all to. It is a different expression, but he's talking the same thing. So we have to note it down. Sometime the mind will not be convinced by one argument. Pick up the second. That is why we are discussing. That is why we are evolving. Yes, David and Jerry.
I love the comment you made about the mind needs to be available, and in order for the mind to be available, it has to be free of unauthorized occupants. And I sort of, that changed my view of my mind, if you will, because I was always like, the mind has got the attachment, the mind has got, the delusion. So I was kind of, the mind is bad, but actually the mind is not bad. It's just, we need to get rid of the bad occupants in the mind, because the mind is a wonderful tool. Hope I'm correct, but that's...
Yes. It is a witness attitude. In Eastern wisdom, we say witness means that I am not for the attachment present in the mind. I am not for the detachment. I find the mind is independent of this attachment, and detachment mind is independent of the anxiety. So once it is independent, then eviction notice can be served to them. But if it is one with the mind, then it is difficult. So why we feel it? We feel it because of ignorance, because of delusion. So Krishna, your client will say, you don't understand, I'm already in stress, Really? Why you have come to me? Do you want peace in your life? So it means that at least you have something inside you which is seeking peace. Let us work on that. It appears that I'm just giving all the guidance to Krishna only. Yes, Jerry. Yes, Jerry.
Thank you, sir. Well, piggybacking on all of that, Christina's comment, I remember a long time ago, you told me to stop responding and reacting and giving a situation any attention.
Yes.
And it was interesting for me, and it took me a while to focus on myself and not the situation. Because I can't change the outside, I can't change a person, and it was really beneficial for me to focus on my own peace, not my peace in relation to anything else. And it proved to me that my peace is always there, no matter what's going on. So it was a really powerful exercise for me, and it did take a bit.
Yeah, it takes a time. Beautiful point you said. Beautiful point. That paying attention from where I experience reaction and response. So in ignorance, I feel you are responsible. So the conclusion is that I have to pay attention to myself. And once I pay attention to myself, I am able to differentiate, separate. It is my intrinsic nature, it is my incidental nature. And I can separate it, and I can be in peace. Yes, Barbara, you want to say something? Oh, yeah.
Does anxiety come back a while after meditation, because meditation is a passive piece and not sama?
Yes. No, what did you say? Anxiety is passive, sama?
No, because meditation is a passive piece.
Yes.
As opposed to being sama.
Yes, you are right. We are almost the human birth, or the human life is made up of action. Without action, we cannot survive. But we have an unconsciousness, ignorance, and delusion in performing the action. And you rightly said, when we go into meditation, it is passive peace, but the moment we return to the action part, we don't have a knowledge to live into the peace, and that is why we are working on it. That is another way to put it. It means I have to constantly, continuously work, as the Jerry was saying, that it took us a while. What is the definition of took us a while? with each one of us? Can you explain? Masters and our masters were so fascinating. They explain each and every aspect. But I have only read hardly 100, or I would say 150 texts, not all the 3,000 texts. Your awakening is directly proportional to the degree and intensity of your seeking and the level of your ignorance. If it is very high, so the length of attending these sessions depends on that. That you have to check yourself, not the teacher. Did you get Dennis? The length of attending the sessions of the Eastern Wisdom depends on your level of ignorance, your degree of ignorance. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with the teacher. Are you understanding that? Or am I ignorant? I'm more intelligent than you. You are saying. Yes, Vaibhav, how are you? It has nothing to do with IQ, I told you before. I made it clear. Yes, Vaibhav.
Thank you, sir. So today's understanding is that as I act in Sama, so I'm giving a life proof to my mind that as a witness, I am not impacted by what is happening outside, and I can always choose peace. So as I do it continuously, that will change my default state of the mind,
Yes.
and I by itself I will choose peace and not that stress
Yes.
and anxiety.
Yes, you picked up the principle of default mind and the discerning intellect. Yes, you choose the discerning intellect and it is done. You see how our masters explains through a variety of ways to reach to the same state. Terry, you want to contribute?
I like the idea of the mind becoming available.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that
Yeah, go
that's
ahead.
it.
Mind is 100% available. Is mind 100% available in deep sleep? Is mind 100% available in dream? Is mind 100% available when you are in anxiety? You have to ask these questions to yourself, internally. Don't ask externally, otherwise people say, look at this crazy guy. Even problem is that they are crazy. The other guy is crazy. But they will blame you. Why? The society listens to the majority. I don't want to conclude. You have to conclude. Society lives unconsciously. Society lives in ignorance. Are you crazy? Why you are asking this question? Don't have the ego. As you progress, you will start experiencing you live with a higher awareness than the social awareness, than the social consciousness. Your personal consciousness is a bit higher. So higher, don't attach with the ego, then there will be a problem. The problem is there at every point. That is why it is taking a time. Do you want to say something, Sangeeta, before we go? I will pick up what Terry said. Today we will practice how the mind can be available 100%. We'll do that practice, which I gave to the doctor.
सर कई बार ना मैं सेल्फिश हो जाती हूँ कि पीस ही इम्पोर्टेंट है, तो उसके लिए बाहर का जो वर्ल्ड है उसको मतलब वो करना है कि मुझे उनकी उनकी बातों में नहीं आना, मुझे अपने लिए अपने पीस को इम्पोर्टेंस देनी।
Yes.
और सर एक बार और होता है कि सर कई बार मंगलाचरण करते हुए जैसे मन थोड़ा अशांत है तो मैं सेल्फ फीलिंग करती हूँ उस टाइम पे, जैसे कि मुझे सबके लिए करना है कि सब शांत हो, तो उसकी बजाय मैं कहती हूँ कि पहले मैं शांत हूँ, तो मैं एक्सपैंड होता है फिर अंदर, मतलब
2 points.
एक्सपेंशन होती है फिर मेरे को।
Yeah, she has raised 2 points. First, I have to be very selfish. I did not have an answer 40 years ago when a couple of researchers, I was doing research with them, they asked me that you become totally selfish when you practice meditation. You are doing for yourself, you are not doing for others. I did not have an answer. But when you are practicing meditation, when you follow the Eastern wisdom, you are creating the vibes of peace in your family, in a society, in your relationship, in your profession. Such a deep impact you are giving to the external world. How dare you say that you are selfish? But even if someone says you are selfish, you say, yes, at least I'm extremely selfish to be in peace. Yes, you are right. Don't argue with them. Second point, pay attention. That is what everyone shared. So she explained in a different way that when I do the Shanti mantra, may there be happiness for. So let me check myself. Am I in the state of happiness? Am I in the state of the joy? Or example, just an example. Honey may be anyone, maybe your student, maybe your partner. So your mind is housing an unauthorized occupant, that is your honey or a partner with whom you had an argument, and then you say, may there be happiness for all. It will not work. You have to be selfish. First, you have to evict. You have to serve the eviction notice, and then all happiness is already there. So let us close your eyes. What Terry said, we will follow the POISE method. POISE is an acronym. P means presence. Presence means self-awareness. Self-awareness means you notice any thought, feeling, and emotions passing into your mind at this moment. P means presence, notice. You are noticing any thought, feeling, emotions passing. Notice. You notice if there is a traffic on the highway or not. So sometime in the morning, rush hours, we have traffic, too much. In the midnight, barely one or two. So what is happening? You are noticing. So you are noticing, so you are awakening to an observer in you. The second letter is observer. Oh, can you own the observer or can you own the thought? For a higher seeker, it's just a play on a pen. How can I own the thought? All thoughts are unauthorized occupants. Your knowledge works here. Your awareness works here. Warning, don't give these practices to your client or anyone. They will make you fool. It is for the higher seeker. So, presence, self-awareness, you notice all the thoughts. They are like the traffic on the road, like the birds are flying in the sky, and you own your observer. Now you don't own the thought. Thought says you are upset. Oh, now you own the observer. This is a thought, this is not me. How can the thought be me? That is an observer. Oh. Then comes the letter I, investigate. Oh, let me check again and again. I'm upset. Oh, this is only a thought. I'm feeling some sensation. This is also a thought. Sensation is located in the body. I'm listening to the teacher. Oh yeah, this is also comes in the form of a thought. I'm an observer, so I investigate and I find I'm a witness. I'm a witness to all that. What is the witness meaning? Your mind says you are upset. Witness says this is a thought. What is the thought? I am upset. And am I a thought? Answer is no, I'm not a thought. You have already evicted. You have already separated. P-O-I. I means investigate. Then comes the S. If I have separated, there is a space. Separation means without the space, there cannot be a separation from the thought. Oh, so everything is happening simultaneously? Yes, at one time. Language cannot explain it once, my friend. Oh, so the moment there is a space and you say S letter, P-O-I-S, and E is embody. Embody what? Feel of anything, Om Shanti, whatever you like. In that space you put Om Shanti. It is there, Om Shanti is there, but you are reminding your mind. You embody. I can see you embody the real self. Understand it again. Presence. Again presence. You are self-aware. You are absence in deep sleep. You are absence in laziness. Or in laziness is absent-mindedness. You cannot practice meditation. Presence, self-awareness, or I simplified it. You notice what is going on where? In your mind. Thought, feeling, emotions, past impressions, etc., 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 etc. You already know. Including good thought, bad thought. All are unauthorized occupants. But we are not going there. So, I own an observer. I'm noticing thoughts are coming and going. Like the traffic on the road, Does the highway need to get stressed? Does the sky enters into the stress because the birds flying in the sky gets distorted? That is the meaning of an observer. But you further investigate and you enter into the what? Witness. What is the witness? What is the witness? So the thought says, I'm happy. Okay, this is also a thought. I'm not a thought. I'm upset. Oh, who says mine? How it says, thought associated with a feeling. So first thing, this is a thought and I'm not a thought. Thought is associated with a feeling. I'm not a feeling. Why I'm not a feeling? Why I'm not a feeling? It is temporary. It is incidental. It comes and goes. So behind that, there is something permanent, which is watching, presence, observer, investigation, and now the moment you witness, you see the space, and the moment you see the space, you don't miss the opportunity, Om Shanti. You are declaring that you are the peace. Or Shantoham. Where is the problem? Tell me. But Terry was saying mind is 100% available. If it is 100% available, how you make it 100% available? By poise method. By the meditation we have been practicing. Both are good. I designed this practice for the doctor. I told you yesterday I had a session and he was saying that I'm improving, sir. I'm feeling better. But he has to undergo all the concept first, as he will understand and makes these concepts clear, the things becomes poise, presence. Simply your mind starts noticing. Notice there is a noise, there is a sensation, there is a thought, there is a memory. Observe the moment you notice, it is inherent in noticing that you are an observer. It is inherent in the observer that you are a witness. It is inherent in the witness that there is a space. It is inherent in the witness, the peace is there. Where? Here and now. In one way, it's a very higher step. In other way, it's very simple. We need a common sense, supported by, so what happens? I explained to another one that word letter S is spaciousness. You find there is a spaciousness. When all the entire group of vehicles in the traffic and you witness the highway, that witness gives you that the space is still intact on the highway. The sky is still intact in the sky when the birds are flying. Millions of thoughts are flying and moving, still the layer behind it, which you are witnessing, is still virgin, and that is where you experience the. So now you see, you drop the Om Shanti into that space. But first you recognize it. But you recognize you have to witness. Before you witness, you have to be an observer. So I told the doctor, you own an observer. You miss this observer in you. Why? You don't notice. Why? You don't notice because when the thought says, I am upset, I am upset. I don't see it as only a thought. Don't do namaste to me, Ashok. Be into the practice is more important. I will take your namaste after the practice. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences, bring the hands down. During the practice, Ashok was doing Namaste. I'm a teacher, very good, Oh, he is doing Namaste even in meditation. I should have taken like that. But then I remember the incident took place with my master. One guy always used to go to the monastery, and every time the moment he reached, he left everything, all the baggage, and he used to start massaging the feet of the master. So it happened once. He has spoken for 2 hours to a group, and he reached to the stage podium and he started massaging the feet. Master says, please stop it. No, sir, you are my master, the tradition says that, I should touch your feet, I should adore and respect you. Master, but I don't need massage, please leave me. You have to sometimes shout. It doesn't mean anything. He did not leave it. Serving to the master is one very important point in the tradition. Serving the master to keep aside your ego. So master said, you want to serve me? Really? Are you sure? Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it means I need a specific service. Can you do that service? Yes, sir. You know what the master said? That is the beauty. You have to catch this glimpse of this. I've been speaking for 2 hours to these crazy people here. I have an urge to go to the washroom. Please go to the washroom for me. Be there and return. That would be the best service you can do for me. Masters are very ruthless. To convey the message, you have to keep aside your ego. I have taken your namaste anyhow, so yes. Stephen, what is it?
Thank you again, sir. I had a very deep and peaceful meditation. Thank you.
Good, very good. How are you, Barbara?
I had a very calm meditation as well, but I was thinking about thoughts. Anyway, you can't really destroy a thought, but you can create a space between you and the thought.
Yes. Yes. That's a perfect understanding. You cannot destroy. If you destroy all the thoughts, we are dead. Physical. We are like in deep sleep. So you are right. So you notice that you have a space is already there. You don't need to create. You have to recognize that space. How? By owning an observer, witnessing it. When you witness, you drop Om Shanti, it is done. I just created this practice a month ago for David and Jerry.
Thank you, sir. I love the practice today. The POISE acronym was excellent, although I couldn't understand the last E.
Embody the real self. In that space, you recognize what is inherent, what is the essence, what is the real. It will continue to be there. That is indicated by the space. So embody the real self or embody the peace.
Thank
How?
you. No,
How-
that's a
how?
great thing to tattoo on your hand. Thank you.
It's always there. How are you, Jerry?
Sir, I'm good. Thank you. Nice deep meditation. Thank you.
Beautiful. Are you, Dennis?
Peaceful meditation. I was observing the thoughts and the space dropping on Shanti. Very peaceful. Thank you.
Can we do it all the time? Yes. Can you do all the time 24/7? See what happens. You don't need the next lesson. So you join the next lesson, you say, I got it. Don't teach me. Then it is an ego. So you continue learning. Anyhow, we will talk about this. Brandy, how are you?
Yeah, my meditation was peaceful as well. Thank you.
Everyone embraced poise. That's good. How are you, Vaibhav?
Thank you, sir. It was all calm and I was all relaxed, peaceful.
Peaceful, beautiful. Christina, how are you?
I'm also in peace, and again, my vision became so much clearer. It's happened many times where it's fuzzy before and very clear after without my glasses.
Beautiful. These are the glasses of Eastern wisdom. That is why it is known as the third eye. It's not a physical third eye. This poise is the glasses of the Eastern wisdom, invisible glasses. How are you, Terry?
I'm good. It was very fast. Seemed like no time.
Yes, it is very fast. It should have been slow. Who says this? Mind. Why the mind says? Because of many layers of ignorance is present. Is the present moment very fast? Tell me yes or no.
It's already over.
It's already over. That is why you got it. That is what the poise is. So it's neither slow nor fast. It is simply is there. Yes, you caught it instantly. So how can you say it is very fast? Yes, Sangeeta, how are you?
हाँ सर बहुत पीसफुल था सर थॉट्स में और नॉन थॉटफुलनेस में स्पेस फील हो रहा था
Good. Yes, yes, yes. There is always a space. What did I say just now? What is the statement? There, space is space. Always space. There is always a space. Space is already there. I miss it. Is it not? I miss it. Why I miss it? Many layers of ignorance. Or speak slowly. The ignorance remains. Knowledge removes the ignorance. Yes, sir, Ashok, sir. Now give it. Yeah, go ahead.
सर मैं ना मॉर्निंग में या जब भी ड्यूरिंग द डे टाइम ऑल्सो तो आई यूज टू डू द मंगलाचरण and the mantra as well. Mantra on the 16 fingers is this thing. So Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. So I used to do this. I have just started.
You have just started doing. You started doing this 2 weeks ago. And in the last session, you told me you missed couple of times, and now you have started doing Om Shanti. You have to check how many times you miss. Anyhow, you are married, you have not to miss, but if you miss, then there is a problem. We have to, you miss doing Namaste now, you know. Let us do Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste, sir. Thank you, sir. Namaste,
Oh, he
everyone.
didn't miss it. Thank you.
Namaste. Thank you, sir.